Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of What She Said, the podcast. My name is Koi.
My name is Shiro.
And I'm so glad you're back for another episode of Zero. What is it? We usually say we are not experts. We just have opinions.
And we give zero shit.
And we don't really care what happens from there.
Given. If you take our word as truth,
that's on you.
Okay.
That's on you.
No social responsibility whatsoever.
Wow.
we are not your role models.
We're not
as Cardi B says.
We're not role models, man.
Hashtag Rihanna.
Like all we ever speak about is from experience.
That's it.
Okay.
Nothing. No expert opinions.
You can be an expert on your own experience.
Yes.
I can accept.
Yes, that's it.
But if you take me, my opinion, as your gospel truth, hey,
That's on you, man.
I'm just saying how me I feel.
As I said, my name is Koi. This is Shiro, and our guest today.
Oh, you gotta I'm ready.
Like this.
Yes. I think that was a fitting. Thank you, guys.
I feel like this episode is just going to be full of.
No, man, like that was. You can't just do and you don't do the falsetto.
You can't.
You can't, man.
Synergy.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, there's going to be a lot of ujinga this episode, which is fine. It is fine, guys. I've accepted.
Well,
Our guest.
Abigail Runga, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so, bro, why don't you have a Wikipedia?
Was I supposed to have a Wikipedia?
You need
Yes.
a Wikipedia.
Oh, who's gonna make me some?
You need a
to.
Wikipedia.
The brand is strong.
I mean, yes. I'm currently in talks with my team.
Yes, the brand
We're
is
just
strong.
trying to decide exactly what we want to put on the page. You know, you can't
Yeah.
just. This is their first point of contact. You can't just like put anything on there. It has to be concise, yet appealing, brief, but enough to draw you in.
Yeah.
All of
You
that.
know,
All of that.
read to the bottom of the paragraph because that's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be one paragraph. Yeah. So
Alright.
it's a work in progress. Much like myself. Did you hear my wisdom?
Yeah.
Much like yourself.
WIP.
Okay. Work in progress. A quick recap of everything she has done.
Oh, I should have watched the episode before. It's
Alright.
true. You're right. It's
Yeah, it's true.
true. Yeah.
Let me read you.
Let
me
us
read
tell
you.
you about you.
Let me
I
read
feel
you.
so uncomfortable.
All right, so Abby is a writer,
Accurate.
poet, scriptwriter, fellow content creator, an all-round cool person.
All right, that wasn't so bad. Thanks. The crowd roars. Are you not entertained?
I feel they are very, very, very entertaining.
Very.
That was cool. I thought it was gonna be worse. Thank you.
Bro, listen to this chick.
What?
She
This-
was
not
a
that.
scriptwriter on Lies That Bind.
That is true. That's not on my Wikipedia. Okay.
Yeah.
If
You
you,
said
had
that's what I was
one,
asking. Why are
if
you?
you had a Wikipedia,
Why are you not on Wikipedia, bro? She was
it
the
would have
one
been there.
writing all the scenes.
Oh my
Man.
gosh, those were so many scripts, guys. That job was hard. Sorry, carry on.
We'll get to that. And then she is the author of Akello, a poetry book.
Yeah, there's actually two.
And now,
I don't talk about the other one because it's about sex, and I don't want my
Aside
parents to
of
hear.
brunch.
Sorry, guy.
Akello and Aside of Brunch. I got you there.
You see, if you had a wiki, we'd have told people.
Just go to
Links
her
in the
Wikipedia.
Below.
My bad, y'all. My bad. Okay.
Right? And then, of course, she's also, an entrepreneur.
am.
Babes is doing everything.
I am a... Oh, yeah, right.
You see?
No.
You see? Sis is an entrepreneur. You know? Forbes women wahumha under 40.
I actually have a cousin who's been on that list. It's
What is-
very intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be there next. I mean, like, look at this.
Oh, child. I mean, I'll
We're
take
reading
it.
your,
Yeah?
I'll take
your
it.
Yeah?
accolades.
I'll take it.
and
Okay,
accomplishments.
Yeah, she runs a bookstore.
I know.
Yeah. So for mostly Africana books. So if you need to
Only Africana books.
get your Chimamanda on,
Yeah.
You know who to reach out to.
you need to
Socials
reach out to
in the
her.
description.
And then of course she is a host on Why Do We Do It?
Yes, I am.
A vlog podcast.
Yes. That's a very accurate
Yeah, I used to
description.
watch you guys on
You
the
did?
YouTubes.
Do you remember
Yes.
when I was like skinny and I had dreads?
Bro,
Before I started drinking gin. When I was a svelte babe.
that was
Wow.
a really long time ago. But
What,
yeah.
sis? You didn't have to say it like that. Until I really long time. You could have just said it was a bit of a while. I really long time. Did you have to do it?
Hyperbole.
Still have to do you like that.
Hyperbole.
But why?
Why
Is
you
this a
doing-
composition? Like, why must you
Hyperbole.
hyperboles?
Do not do Abby like that.
Anyway. And she's an honor student.
I
She's
was
an honor
an honor
student.
student.
Yeah, she's an honor student.
USIU of Africa. Sorry. So I really like my university.
No, go off, man. It's your time.
My time to shine.
It's
So
your
I know the
time.
school song, obviously, and I'm very excited. Like every interview that I go to, even though they don't ask, I'll be like, "Did you know I graduated with honors? I graduated. I know it was like a decade ago, but I did."
No, me, I
graduate
knew.
with
That's why I
honors."
had to include it. I said
It's
I
very
have
important to me.
I have to
Thank you.
include it. We are
See all the things that could have been on the wiki.
brains. We are brains over here. We're brains over here,
Just
bro.
on the side, just shooting. Okay, that's
Bro,
fine.
you know Wikipedia.
That's fine.
This is extensive.
Is that the end of the?
And then, of course, the best bit. She's really fun on the internet. If you're not following her, I don't know what you're doing.
Thanks, Colin.
You're doing the internet wrong. Like you're doing IG wrong if you're not following Abby.
Man, this babe has content. If she's not promoting gin one
Oh,
time,
gin is so good.
she's having quiz night.
Oh, quiz night.
And
Sometimes
then,
she brings a quiz night to real life
Yes.
and you can
Yeah,
attend.
it's just Corona has also messed with
The thing.
that hustle.
that was a
But the
bag.
mixers are still online.
That was a bag, man. You'd have just gotten it so easily. Please hire her.
Miss Rona.
It's
just-
I.
Hire her even on the Zooms. I think people are doing the Zoom things these days, but I find that thing so exhausting. My God. Anyway, and then also she has mixers for single people.
Koi should send you her bio, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I guess.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Are you ready to mingle?
Me, however it comes, it comes.
However it comes, it comes. Vila Itakuja. Itakuja.
However it comes, it comes.
I hear you, girl.
Because I've reached a point I'm just there like, I'm tired.
It's very difficult. I
So
find
you
dating in
guys
Nairobi
just,
extremely
you know,
difficult.
we're going to talk about it. We're gonna
We
talk
will
about
get
it.
to that.
We're definitely
We
gonna
will.
get to
Can I
that.
talk about the singles mixer real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Plug yourself.
It's really not even plugging. Just like singles mixers are really hard to do. Like people are really, first of all, scared of looking like desperate as fuck, which is fine. I get it. You're scared of like putting yourself out there. That's really hard. But like as someone who like is getting the bios, it's just like there's always so many women and so few men. And that imbalance always bother me because I know bomb babes, even if I've never like met them in person. I know bomb babes, boss bitches. They're so amazing. And then the men are like 5 and then 2 are la cluster. It's just like, what are we? I don't know why it's so hard. I think you guys should give me your theories actually on why it's so hard. I don't know.
I feel like-
That's a fun little statistic that she's got there. You got
Let me tell
five
you.
men and 2 a la cluster.
So I did this mixer now. I did one live. Someone hired me to do a mixer for them live where they stole my idea. Anyway, so they hired me to do it live and there were
Shady.
200 girls and 20 men. Literally, those were the numbers, guys. Like 10%. 200 women sent in their bios, 20 men. Guys,
Oh, I know why.
why?
They were probably with their wives. They couldn't come.
Nairobi.
I never experienced it. Wow, I felt that one deep.
They were probably with their wives, so
You're
they
right.
couldn't come,
Why,
you know.
why are you coming for people in the
She
sunlight?
right. She right.
It's true, she's right, but hey.
Come for
thought we
me.
were having-
Come for me.
Yeah, I thought
My
we were
address is
having-
in the description. Come for me.
I thought.
But
this
before
was
you
a
come for
gentle
me,
discussion. Wow.
Tell me where I'm wrong.
Nairobi.
Tell me where I'm wrong.
You're probably married. But even if you're married, right? If you've decided to be married and you're in an open relationship, like if everyone in the marriage knows you're in an open relationship, sure, come through to the mixer. But like, It's usually just cheating. Like, people are not clear about the difference between polyamory and cheating. Polyamory is like everyone knows what's going on. Cheating is when you're the only one who knows what's going on. You know what I mean?
Break it down for the folks. Polyamory.
You know what? When I refer to polyamory, I mean ethical non-monogamy, where you know that you can't get everything.
Ethical
Non-monogamy. You know that you're not going to get everything you want from one person, and that's fine. It's literally impossible. Like, no one gives you everything. Not even our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, right? Because he gives you salvation. No, but he gives you salvation, but he can't cuddle. Like, let's be real.
And that's
like, you can't cuddle with the Lord. Come on.
That's on Calvary.
Yeah.
That's on like, who? Mary Hannah?
A little. Oh, it's true. Like, not everyone can give you everything you want. So, with the knowledge of that, as logical human beings with brains, right? You're like, okay, if I'm getting 80 from this person and I still want 20 because I'm a greedy bitch, which is also okay, no judgment. Where can I get this 20% from? Whether that 20% is like emotional support or sex or someone to go on trips with. Like, have you ever dated someone who like doesn't want to do like the thing that you like doing the most? Like, if you really like traveling, but they hate traveling, you can't always go traveling together. They'll be like going around the holiday like this. Oh my God. So find like a travel buddy who can give you the 20%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, ethical non-monogamy in that everyone knows what's going on. There are rules and regulations. You know, you're talking to each other, keeping the lines of communication open. Actually, I would argue that ethical non-monogamy takes a lot more effort and maturity than like monogamy itself. Because you have to be like more honest and have like conversations you really don't want to have. Like
the hard
like
conversation.
If we were in like a polycule, right? Like the relationship where there's like
Polycule. Love that. Don't know what that is, but love that. Continue.
Just like a cube with now like many people. Everyone knows who's in the cube and everyone is doing things with everyone in the cube. Or actually, not everyone has to do things with everyone in the cube, but like something is going on. There's a link. Like if I'm sleeping with you and I'm sleeping with you, but you guys are not sleeping with each other, we're in a polycule. But we can also all sleep with each other. That's also fine. I don't discriminate. So, like, it has to be like, so, are you using a dental dam? Who wants to have that conversation? No one wants to have a conversation about, like, protection. Or,
for the people who don't know what
the people in the back
are.
Oh.
A dental dam is basically like a condom for eating coochie.
Yes, it is. And, you know, people who eat coochie don't actually use, like, it's not a regular thing that people who eat coochie use a lot. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, in theory, it's a good... Anyway, that's not this podcast. That's going to be another one. But, like, having those conversations, like, oh, I got syphilis from Koi, so you got to... Who wants to have that conversation? You know what I mean? Like, who wants to talk about that? No one wants to talk about that stuff, even in monogamy. You know what I mean?
She doesn't have it.
Oh, God, my God. I hope
Happies. You can... Oh, wait, which one?
You know, there are just some things, you remember them from the textbooks. And then you just hear them. Can you imagine going to tell someone, I have gonorrhea? Like,
imagine. And then when you're in a polycule, you have to tell everyone in the polycule.
I have gonorrhea.
Yeah, because everyone can get gonorrhea. I can't, guys. Woo! There's as Blinky Bill would say. Yeah, so I think it's harder.
Yeah.
But even being single in Nairobi is harder, but you said we're going to cover that, so I'm going to keep quiet now.
Wisdom.
Like, we can talk for ages, but before we
do that, some housekeeping.
Yes, take care of some business. 1, the YouTube. 2, the Discord. 3, the social. So let me break it down. Like, share, subscribe, do the necessary
and
now.
Wear your
We're
mask.
watching you do it now.
Yeah.
Now. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then the Discord. Link to the Discord is below. What is the Discord? Discord is a platform where we all are in a group chat.
Wait, now, what did she call it? Polycule.
I mean, not unless y'all have I mean, if you all are...
That is not what the Discord is.
No,
that is not.
Even though there's no judgment if that's what the Discord is.
There's no judgment.
We can
but
open
that is
the
not
floor.
what the Discord is.
Nairobi is
but
lonely.
text us in the Discord so we can discuss. So that's what the Discord is for. Discussing all these things. Talking about these things further, even for you guys who are watching and listening, suggesting topics that you'd like to hear our opinion on. Link to the Discord in the description. Links to the audio streaming platforms that this will go up on. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to this and want to watch it
you can go to the YouTube.
Yes.
And vice versa.
And the link to the YouTube is on the socials, which if you follow us on the socials, if you don't and you're watching this it's at What She Said Pod KE.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now we can go back into the
Mm.
conversation.
Wait, you didn't plug her socials, bro.
I did. I said they're going to be in the description.
Oh,
I said in the beginning.
So-
A bitch is professional.
Bitch is professional.
Dang. Okay, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna just say, you know what it is.
Yeah.
What she said.
So everything about the guest, the podcast, description.
The
Discord,
description box.
the YouTube, the audio platforms, the guest socials, where they can stalk you and know more about you.
Potential polycules.
Yeah.
Nah.
Fun times.
And if you're single, you know our audience is largely male. So if you're
Yeah.
if
Listen.
Guy,
you're wow.
cut the tape. Stop the count.
How excited did I get about single men? Wow.
Stop
I
the
don't
count.
even. What do you guys usually do in these situations?
It's never happened before.
Let me go get
Single men can accept me like that.
I mean,
Getting wet on the table, girl.
actually wanted to tell her it's probably the only time when they can accept you.
Because you
The
know
plans
it's
on
not.
this show are real.
Because it's not like, you know.
You know, I just, especially after the experience I had last year.
What happened
I was
last
just,
year?
like, I met a devil.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've cut. I gave the shout. Stop the tape. Cut the tape.
The count.
Stop the count.
Stop the count.
It happens sometimes. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm not worried. I'm just amused. Like, this is how, anyway. The bottle has been put away. Okay. We are now safe. For
You mean-
myself, apparently.
You ain't thirsty no more. She's not thirsty anymore. You know, it's literally how it goes, bro.
B.
Thank you so much. So we were at. Do you want to take where you were?
She was like, you know, our audience is single men.
Yes.
it's largely male.
No.
That's how I heard it.
No, like that's where now you come in again. Like say like, oh, single man, single. Well, those are fun bloopers. Those are fun bloopers.
Nick, let us know when you're ready. You're ready. We can continue.
Okay.
Single men. That's where we were. That's what I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. You count us down.
You, Harry. Nick is rolling.
Nick is rolling.
Our audience is largely male. So if you are single and you are out there and you would like Abi, if you're ready, you can
that's
send-
a very important clarification, yo.
if you are ready,
If you're ready and
Send
actually
that
willing to be
profile.
honest about your shit.
That's an important bit, but we'll get to that, man.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna talk about.
send your bio to Abi and
Let her
she
know what's
will-
up.
Yeah. Try and find you someone.
I have had
Mshikaji.
failures. I have had successes. Much like life.
Right?
Yes.
Abi atakutafutia mshikaji. Kwa hivyo slide into her DMs with your don't be respectful, guys.
Yeah.
Watazama-
don't-
wasikilizaji
Don't be weird, man.
it has refused.
But it's also watazamaji because see when
Mpenzi msikilizaji,
has
mpenzi
refused.
mtazamaji.
yeah, I said
The words have refused to come
I
out.
said
Did they just like gongana in your head? Boom, boom, boom.
And then that's that.
So next, we're just gonna talk like brief recap and current cap. And recap ni Eliopita, and then cap.
Sindwele.
I was going to say Ndwele.
And then cap is like for now. Living through the panini. How
The
are you
panoramic.
doing? How are you doing? How are you
The
doing? How are you
Panasonic.
doing? How are you
Living
doing?
through the what, guys?
The panini. Living through the panini. How are you doing?
Why is it called the panini, guys?
It's
is
even the
every word.
panoramic.
The Panasonic. The everything that is not pandemic.
Everything that's not the pandemic.
Living through, because you know what I heard first was living through the punani, and that was going to be a whole different conversation.
Wow.
But now that you've clarified, living through the pandemic, So I like, okay, so you know how everyone was like, oh, it's a panini, and we're going to cut all of your money for you. So that was fun at the beginning of the because like because I'm a freelancer, right? So 3 of my employers were like, you can earn less money now. So that wasn't great. And then at the end of now 2020, like to like just put the icing on the shit cake, they were like, oh, we're not going to renew your contract. So as you see me now, I'm taking M-Pesa. No, I'm kidding. But like, I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding. But like, I'm not kidding.
Mchanga in the link description.
I mean, come on, let's take a good job. I goes in Kanaya. Yeah. So that was, the money part was weird for me, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So that's money and work. And then there was obviously a lot less travel. I like to travel. There was, I miss planes. I had big plans.
But you are at the coast a lot.
It only recently, like,
Because
thanks,
I need to meet this bitch. 'Cause enough.
Let me
Like,
tell you, what happened was...
Enough. I was just there feeling FOMO, and I just said, like, enough.
But you were at the coast too, sis.
Like, for 5 days.
Yeah.
Like, 6 months ago.
Wow. Scare privilege. Just
I didn't go to the coast.
yeah, you see?
How's that for balance?
Yeah, like... rude.
I didn't go to the coast, and me, I'm fine. As
Yeah. But did you die? Like, I mean, anyway, so I didn't... Like, I don't remember traveling in January, Feb. I might have, I'm not sure. But then, like, March, pandemic hit, so there was no traveling for me until, I think, like, end of October, when I felt comfortable to be on a plane. And we did the things, and then I was like, gosh, let's travel. I want to travel every month. So that was one of my resolutions for 2021. Don't know how it's gonna do it.
But it will happen.
I'm gonna have to fuck a pilot because I ain't got no money. I don't know how this is gonna work.
And that's some Piriana.
But yeah,
That's some Piriana,
so
girl.
I miss travel. I want to travel more. So that's travel. That's work. What else is there about living in Panasonics?
I was reading how, dating and sex has also evolved because of the panini.
Dating and sex has not evolved for me. Okay.
Because, it was serious because, like, who had, like, a whole guideline of how to have sex in a pandemic?
I know people were still
I
fucking
feel
with
like-
masks on, actually.
I like the quiet in the room. I like how we went so silent. But I will say, like, dating has changed because, now you're not out there like that. So people, vulnerability and being open is more forced and more in the
Why
foreground
are you
now.
acting like Nairobi men know how to do that anyway? Like, whether
But
you're
now
in the
you're
club or
forced to
not.
do it, like you don't have an option. Yeah, you have to, like, your relationship basically in the first stages of it is via text and via phone calls. So
Yeah.
if you're not willing to be open and honest, it's not gonna work.
I present you Nairobi men.
I don't know about all of that.
Let me just put that for you.
Me, I'm just speaking on issues globally. I don't know.
I present you Nairobi men. Because I'm pretty sure, like, since this pandemic hit and we are coming up to, like, the 1-year anniversary in March, there are guys who are still...
Same.
Nothing's changed. Still
Nah.
juggling babes.
Yeah.
Nini.
Because now that you don't have to see them and confuse their names, it becomes even easier. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Dating and sex has not changed for me. In fact, so after my last context, I've been in a relationship
by
all
the
my
way,
life. Sorry.
No mentioning names unless you have money for, like, defamation suits.
Oh, he can come for me. Come at me, bruh. Whatever. I don't give a... Listen. Anyway.
But go.
For context, I've been in a relationship all my life. Like, I've been in a relationship... As soon as I found out what relationships were, I've been in
done the
relationships non-stop. Like, I've been monogamous non-stop since I was, like, 12.
Oh, that's fun.
Like, I've never... Like, I haven't dated in Nairobi. Literally. Because, like, as soon as this one ends... Like, there's, like, here. Like that.
Crazy in 10
So-
years of singlehood.
10 years?
I've never claimed anyone for, like, 10 years.
You don't claim Yo, these streets. You don't claim them?
Man, we're not claiming each other.
I mean, I'm not mad. Nairobi is a dangerous city in which to claim people, to be honest. I mean, I have many stories on these streets. So, like, even, like, coming into this world of pandemic, it's like, I didn't even know what the protocol was before. So there was, like, there's nothing I have to compare it to. I don't date I don't date anywhere. I don't know I don't really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Yeah.
So I don't know what dating has been like for people. I got on Tinder and Bumble in an attempt to like, like put myself out there. Like maybe like the Prince Charming is like waiting for me somewhere. So like if you can find me on Tinder, that would be great. So far,
Tinder is
so nothing.
Hey.
Bumble also so far, so nothing. But to be fair, I haven't like been devoting as much time. Also, I'm scared.
We
of
did this
dating
thing
apps.
a couple of years ago. You wanted to do like a web series on dating in Nairobi.
We're still gonna do it, bro. I have stories.
Okay.
I have new content.
Updated.
You remember when I was okay? We were not ruling at the time, but I said my misfortunes. The root of my misfortunes is somebody sitting across the table from me. So that person came up with a bright idea to like, since you're more open to these things, you join this dating websites, and then we see it's me on the things, and then we
as you are the social experiment.
Miss Johnny Shida.
Aha!
Didn't I say the root
Of the misfortune.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uh,
I did meet people.
uh-huh.
It was a bit eventful. I almost died, but
You almost what now?
yeah, one of the people I met on the thing, I almost died. But yeah,
We're here now.
actually, I met someone who I was dating for like a year off of OK Cupid.
See,
That's a thing?
she didn't die,
Yeah, I almost died within
she
that 1
did.
year.
but she didn't.
I
Anyway.
think your friend thinks you're expendable. I don't know. That's the air I'm getting.
You
like,
see my problem. I have to. This is my life every day. Every day.
No, but
But
she's
these are also your choices. I don't know what this is about you.
but she's more open than I am, man.
to dating apps.
Me, whew.
That's
to
scary,
just
man.
life in general.
They're scary. That shit is scary. Like, and then it's a rando, and then he doesn't have conversation. Then he might
Block,
be
delete.
a catfish.
Risk is too.
Sijui what, it's high.
It's too high.
I feel like
But
risk is
somehow you think they'll come
minimized.
find you in your house.
they have.
Uh-huh.
Hello, neighbor.
I don't even know my neighbors. Wow.
They have. But I wouldn't advise.
Dating your neighbor.
Yeah, because now it ended up with like we met at the shop one time and this guy ran. So, yeah.
Don't you try to eat? I
You
feel.
need to have the web series.
We will get to it at some point. The next segment, because I feel like tuko na stories mingi, is called Win or Bean
Win
or
or bin?
Trash.
Yeah. So win is basically.
Is there a man in the corner?
Shady, but I love it. Shady, but I love it.
Guy, actually, really, the problem with that statement is really ourselves. You know men are trash, and yet here you are still.
You know, there was
looking
a
for
tweet
the
that
pee.
said heterosexual women are the weakest link.
Yeah.
Because we know
Yeah.
a lot of these men out here are trash, but
Yeah.
we are still attracted to them.
I think we think there's different layers. Kuna zile za recyclable, alafu kuna zile za effluent, alafu kuna zile za sewage, alafu kuna zile za as in
Unajua,
biodegradable.
na pia tusisahau kuna, you know that water at the bottom of the trash that smells bad, that is a
one.
collection
that
of
makes the smell
everything.
smell bad, yeah.
There's that trash also.
Yeah, but there's like trash you can handle because see, women also have trash. Women do trash shit all
We're
the
also
time.
pretty trashy.
It's just like because we're not the dominant species, it's more difficult for our trash to have an effect on a man. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
science.
science. Because like when men are rejected by women, a woman can die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if women are rejected by men,
That's
she'll go and cry to
there's
her
a comedian
babe,
who was
like,
saying that very many men have crazy ex-girlfriend stories. But when a chick has a crazy ex-boyfriend story, it's
for
dangerous.
death.
Like your life is in
it's for death.
Yeah. Win
or being.
or bin. So for me, my
What are your
win,
wins
deodorants.
this week? It has been
Deodorants.
very hot.
It's been uncontrollably hot. Okay, so my win is for deodorant. If you wear it, keep it on.
If
And then
you
you-
don't consider,
And then you pick the one that will like carry you through the day.
Carry you through.
Carry you through the day,
Is this a
man.
hymn? Carry you through the day.
okay, come on, vocals.
You know what it is?
Come on, vocals.
Everyone started
Yeah.
in church.
You know?
And then like if you're a perfume babe like myself, big shout out to also the perfumes that they carry you through the day. I don't know. I have to.
Right.
Okay. We'll discuss. We'll discuss. It smells really nice.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, you can tell me
it does.
Thanks.
You see exactly what I'm
Messy
talking
fake.
about.
I
Like,
fished so deep for that compliment.
Yeah, we didn't fake it. We actually smelled
No,
it.
it smells.
Then why
really
didn't y'all
nice.
smell it before? Anyway, it's all good.
No, but that's how you have to like.
It's fine. No, it's
when
fine.
you're-
No,
when
no,
you're-
no, it's fine. It's good. It's all right. We're good. We're good. We're cool. We're cool. Your bin?
And then I'm not my wax. Like another win is for waxes, man. Yo, that's a win.
Feeling so targeted today.
That's a win, man.
May I have okay. My thing about the waxing is like if I just had the money to go and just get the LASIK hair removal thing.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
You enjoy looking like a 5-year-old boy in your vagina?
No, it's not the thing about because we can leave like a landing strip, But then what I do with the landing
Points here.
yeah, like that
is where the
is
fun
manageable.
begins.
Uh-huh.
But then like my thing with the waxing is especially if like the Brazilian, I hate feeling like she took off my asshole. Like
I feel like
every
it depends
time,
on the
so
technique.
oh my god! Like okay, the front part is easy to get used to the
Yeah.
waxing.
It is?
But situation is what gets me every time.
Yeah.
I'm just like
You'd be
So they
surprised.
put I've never been waxed, so this is why I'm about to just ask
Oh,
invasive
fun.
questions. I don't do that.
Okay.
Stuff. So okay. This is the asshole. Do they put like the thing that
The
the
strip.
gel, the strip? So they
Yeah.
put the strip like here.
okay, yes, because it depends on whether you are cradling your legs. Or
You gotta
if you're
cradle like
on
a
your
sex
fours.
position?
Yeah, like if you're
On
on
your
all fours.
fours?
Yeah, if
Also
you're on
like
all
a
fours.
sex position.
So if she can just spread the ass cheeks and
She got a spread out?
how will she get into?
No, but like it depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on who's doing it for you. Because there's people who they'll give you like mad distractions. Like you see the way you keep distracting a baby so that they can eat.
There's no distraction from she's ripping shit off my
And
bum
then
hole.
also
Like,
it depends on like because she can't do it like it has to be technique.
Okay, so what you're
technique.
telling me is you do this because you want to do it?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like especially like right now because it's so hot. Like me, I sweat like my buttocks and whatever.
But
so
that's everyone. Everyone sweats on their buttocks.
especially when you have a buttocks.
Oh, she tried to say, baby got back. I like it, but I cannot lie. Others can't deny. When a girl walks in with a pretty little thing and a round thing in your face, you get sprayed.
The foolishness, I cannot.
I think someone was trying to say she got a big booty. I got you.
Listen, she did not try to say she said it.
I think she said it.
So like
yeah.
it's just better. Like sometimes it's just
Me for me, I feel like it's easier, especially during like my period. I feel like
better.
yes, I
Because then the
feel
blood isn't clumping in your pubic
yes,
hair.
that's how I feel. So if I could just get rid of everything once and it never comes back, I would be happy.
How much are those surgeries for chucking the hair, all of it, everything, every time, all the way?
I just know it's expensive
it's expensive.
because you have to do multiple
So that it's
sessions.
gone.
So you might have to do like 9 sessions for them to kill your hair follicle forever.
There's something that you forgot to list in my bio. Extremely lazy person. I cannot be arsed, literally, to
It's not your
attend to
thing.
my arse. I can't, guys. It's too... Like, okay, first of all,
Maybe
that
you should
crouching
consider
thing,
like the laser removal.
no, I don't mind my hair. I'm happy with my hair. I'm happy with like it's fine. Like into sweat too. It's a normal human activity. Like it's normal to sweat. It's fine. I just shaving. It makes me anxious. Like there's sharp things or hot things or painful things around my bits. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm not a shaver. I'm not a shaver. I can't. Guys, I find it. It's
We respect that.
Yes.
and like I'm also a free bleeder. So like that period thing, I'm just like.
Oh, we'll come
well
to that.
then.
Yes,
We're
free
coming to
bleeding
that.
is
Oh, okay.
on the
It's on
agenda.
here.
Right,
on
got
here.
it. Sorry.
Bin?
Yes.
Bin. No, I want to talk about my win first.
Okay, win. Sorry.
First win, Ngomas from Bata. They are
Undefeated.
they are for the win, Yani. Literally, they are my win. They are for the win because I don't address Ngomas. Jeans, Ngomas. We're going out, Ngomas. Like Ngomas are for the win.
Even like without having to wash them.
I don't mind.
Okay.
In fact, my ngomas are whiter than white.
What size foot are you?
7.
That's fine.
A bitch has big feet.
A bitch has bigger feet. That's why.
Ooh, you're 9.
Calm down. It could have been 1. It could have been 8. The fuck? These small-feeted bitches. Like, why?
Go in.
Look
Go
at her
in.
Hey,
Go in.
I'm upset.
I'm just a 6. I'm just a 6.
I am here for all of it.
I'm just a 6 in the midst of a 9 and an 8.
Oh my gosh, I find shoes everywhere. It's so hard.
Well, you know, many are called.
Whatever, shut up.
few are
So
chosen.
my next win,
Many are called, few are chosen.
my next win is for the episode drop this week, guys.
Oh yeah,
my
we
God.
loved all the love. Thank you so much. We're so affirming.
You know, people were they were asking me for like promo material so that they can post on their socials and whatever. Like, we love your link in the Discord so we can, you know.
I don't
Never
cry.
forget the
I don't
brand.
cry, but I thought about crying.
I cry for the two of us. I cry enough for the both of us. I am a crier. Everything will make me cry.
Hey. Okay, so you're
I
the
cry
crying
when I'm
fighter.
happy.
Yes.
I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm annoyed.
So you're the crying fighter,
Yes.
and you're the non-claiming, heartless bitch.
Yeah, and then
Who
like
can't fight?
then when I cry, it's like I'm crying for all the times I didn't cry.
She cries in bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's efficient.
I have tears. So, I mean,
She gets it.
my bin, and I'm very excited for this bin because until Wednesday, like, we're literally throwing this person in the trash. I don't know if it's forever, but on Wednesday, Trump is gone.
Oh. I was like,
Being that human garbage can, take him to the landfill. I am so excited for him to be gone because we talked about it and we're like, oh, we don't know how much he's going to affect the rest of the world. You know how he affected us. He was on our tellies, whether we wanted
or not.
it or not, for a whole fucking 4 years, and it's non-stop, 24/7. I am so excited to throw this
I didn't
person in
even
the
realize
trash.
it was 4 years. I just felt like it was a continuous loop.
It was a continuous
Yeah,
loop of tweets.
like I didn't.
I'm so excited to be done with this person, and the possibility of him being criminally charged is becoming a reality. And I am so. And then another reason why, if he was not like the pettiest human being ever, why we should throw this person in the trash is because there was news yesterday that he's stealing furniture from the White House, guys. Like,
I mean, this guy is like.
come on.
I mean, he has
He's-
gone bankrupt a
he's-
couple of
he's
times. Maybe he's
peak-
anticipating his hard times coming.
Peak, like I feel like he's peak America. You know?
I do.
He's
Half of
peak-
those guys
yeah.
voted for him. It's not like it's like
He's
vastly
peak
different
America.
from what America is.
With
Yeah.
me, my issue with him is not that he's the country. My issue with him is he's literally being imposed on me, even being as far from wherever he is. You know, like, I'm
But yeah,
glad.
that's the American influence, man. You can just be chilling and all. It's
How
just
many
America.
times did we see Obama's tweets, honestly? How many times do you even see Bush's
personally,
tweets? Like,
I then that's Uncle Barry to me. Because as you know, he's a son of the soil. I would personally
Look at you being blasphemous.
often
She's being blasphemous.
No,
oh,
but-
I thought you were saying me. I was just like,
Look at you being
no,
blasphemous.
but he wasn't
it wasn't like that
bombarding
because he
us.
wasn't saying all of the shit Obama was doing. He was doing undercover because he was doing some shit. But like,
He's a man. I
yeah.
mean,
Hey! Oh, that. But
am
Trump is
just
doing
saying-
all his things like very like, bam, in the face. I am a stupid person. You must now see. It is better to be quiet and be thought of as a fool than to speak
Actually
openly
confirm
and
it.
confirm all doubts.
Yeah.
So I hope that he actually goes away this time. Because if he's not president and they've blocked his social media, there'll be less of him.
Yeah.
He'll still be present, but there'll be less of him.
Yeah.
And I am
get
so
you.
done.
So final segment.
So bin is for things that you want to throw away or
Yes.
things that you are happy that are being
Yes.
thrown away or things
Yes.
that you are sad about.
All of that.
Okay.
Yes. So actually, I wanted to go
So-
like before we go to the next
Oh,
segment. Does the guest have anything they want to win or bin? Go,
Wait for your cues.
Go.
Is what she's saying.
go, man.
Wait for your cues. You said it was a segment. Am I not here? Am I a joke to you?
No.
If you cut me, do I not bleed?
Does she see me? Do you see me?
No, man, but I just want to give you, that courtesy. Like, babe, we want to hear what
She's
you're
acting like she's being
being.
courteous at all today. I don't. Anyway, so personally, my bin
Where?
is I'm really irritated at this WhatsApp privacy shit. It's annoying me because they're being ambiguous. And I know that we know that everyone is stealing our data, but it's still annoying when they're doing it like so in such a cavalier manner. Like, it irritates me. Like, I know that Google has all my things, but like there's some things that I chose to sign over. Do you know what I mean? But there's some things that like I didn't, and it irritates me because, like, oh, Telegram is owned by Russians. Oh, Signal, like I feel like we're doing so much work and downloading so many apps to hide our information from another potential Cambridge Analytica nonsense thing. And it's just annoying me. Like, it's annoying me. Like, some of my groups have started moving and I'm just like, is there even a point in moving? See, they're just going to find us anyway. But should we not fight the establishment?
I know.
But also, like, it's really...
Makes sense.
I
I
hate it so
agree,
much.
because
Makes
all I
sense.
feel like we're doing is moving our data points to a new.
Yeah.
They already have them.
And
But
then,
they
like, how can we
do.
go off the grid? Like, where will people see my exercise videos if I'm not on Instagram?
Where will people validate me?
I need your likes.
Validate me.
Am I even human if they didn't see me?
Validate me.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Oh my gosh, I'm very...
Yo, that
it
thing is
stresses
for
me.
real.
Yeah.
It stresses me.
Pics, or it didn't happen. It's
Yeah.
true. It's a
And
real
you
thing.
know, like, all my haters gotta see all my pictures. So that's irritating me. My win.
I love when guests get this enthusiastic about
She's
things.
so
I love.
her energy.
I
like,
just-
I don't feel
Yeah.
like Shiro, you need to get your energy up. You're letting Abby down.
This is so
I'm
awesome.
a corny all by myself. So, my win is I am so super excited that Argentina has legalized abortion because abortion is healthcare and I'm pro-choice and everyone should have babies if they want and not have babies if they don't want, and that shouldn't be something that the government interferes in, because my womb is my womb and not the womb of the people who do stupid things in parliament, like refusing for mace to be legal and making laws that generally are detrimental to women. So I'm very excited that Argentina has agreed to not be stupid dum-dums, and now abortion is legal and Argentinian women can get health care that they deserve.
What she said. She's with it.
I'm excited.
I love this. Great.
Abortion is great. Abortion is healthcare.
Right?
It is.
So our final segment before we move on.
Okay.
It's called Women in the News,
Oh.
where we basically just highlight babes who are doing amazing things. Because like in the world, women don't exist. So
We exist as a narration of men.
yeah.
Even when Jesus was giving out the 5 loaves and 2 fish,
Yeah.
they only counted the
The
dudes.
men.
So, this is just me trying to do my part in the world.
As you should.
And also because I love talking about women, because, why not?
Because I am one.
And
Why
they're
not?
bomb.
Why not? They
all
smell
that
nice,
fun
they're
stuff.
soft.
Even though sometimes they don't smell you when you walk in and like you have to like bring it up in the middle of the fucking podcast.
You
But
smell
that's fine. Yeah, okay,
nice.
cool, whatever.
You smell nice, Abby.
Segment Women in the News.
So my Women in the News is just, I'm just going to bring you myth. So Azalea Banks, if you're not in the know,
Now you know. After she tells you.
she dug her dead cat. She dug up her dead cat.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah. And then she made stew from her dead cat. So man, I don't know, like when as a world community we're gonna address this chick is doing juju, man.
See, she posted with the blood of her dead, cuckoo.
Chicken, yeah.
On her
I don't
face,
follow
nini
this
nini.
baby.
Yeah, she's
This
doing
baby is
voodoo.
problematic.
She's
And it's not
doing
even the
voodoo.
first time we've talked about her on this podcast.
Yeah. As in,
She
you
made
know,
a stew from the dead cat that she had buried. Cool. You know what? I'm not anti-witches, to be honest. Like, whatever you need to do to overthrow
But
the
you see,
system,
the thing
cool.
with Azalea, if she was just doing voodoo to do voodoo as a religion or whatever, it would be fine. But I feel like she does a lot of things for shock value. That is me, my opinion as Shiro.
yeah, so man, I mean, I don't
So
know
the
what's
skull-
happening.
The skull that I was seeing, that was the dead cat.
Yes.
Just?
I think so.
Are there videos of her drinking the stew?
I didn't
Did
get
she
that
take
far
it?
because I was still like, as in she dug up this cat. I didn't get that far. Like
How long
once,
had the cat been dead?
3 months, I saw.
You're innate for fermentation.
So
Did
like
it have like bugs when she dug like maggots?
it was no, she gave it dignity. She put it in like a bag. Yeah, so she
With dignity.
dug it out. Then she pulled out the bag with the dead pussy
And
inside
she's on live, or what is she doing?
Yeah,
Did
she's
you
doing
say
it
dead
online.
pussy? That's an Israeli. Anyway.
So she just
Broken pussy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So she just took it out, put it in the pot, and then she was just making it.
Aluaka, like
Yeah.
onions.
I didn't get that far, friends. I just when she showed the skull,
You were done.
close.
You know I can't watch
I've
those
seen
things
enough.
at night.
I've seen it now.
Like I can't watch things like that at night. I'll get freaked out. Like I can't watch like
I don't
Adventures of
know,
Sabrina at
man.
night. True Blood. I
Yeah.
can't. So that would have. I can't.
Yeah, I heard Sabrina is doing some very ritualistic things.
It's great though. It's a great
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Well, season 1 and 2 are great. And like Satanism is entertaining as fuck, and they're actually like super nice people. But like it's scary. Like they have the Satan. Like it's a goat.
Because I saw like even super spiritual witchy people on the timeline being like, bruh, no.
I'm ready to meet a witch in real life. We need anything
Like-
that will enable us. So my favorite thing about Sabrina is also that like it's the women in charge of the things, and they are taking over the system, which is something. If we can duplicate me, I'm down.
Yeah, so
Hey, Azile though, I don't know. Is she gonna be in the new?
so now that's what I'm listening. Like, are we addressing this? Is this okay? Like, what's happening in
I
this
think-
camp? Like,
First of all,
is she still
this-
signed to somebody?
There's
like,
so much that needs to be addressed when it comes to Azalea. She doesn't take her meds. She's bipolar. She doesn't take her meds. And when she goes through like her manic phase, she does some shit.
But it don't like a lot of bipolar people don't like taking their meds because it makes you feel like you're not you.
See, the thing about it is you need to find a balance. You might, like when you first get the meds, it will fuck you up because, you know, you need to work with your doctor to find something, a concoction that works
Like
for
when you're
you.
finding contraception that works for you.
Exactly. It's the same thing. You need to find,
a balance.
a balance of how the meds make you feel, what you're comfortable with. But now when you're refusing to be helped,
Yeah.
what
I
can we
don't know.
do?
It's like Kanye, yo. I don't know. Like, where
Yeah,
are
I
you
know.
gonna?
Because
hard.
like there was an episode where I said I feel like people are just attacking actually she's black and she's a woman and she's outspoken and they can't put her in a box. But now, man, after I saw that video, I was just there like,
Are we against the
What's happening?
exhumation of the cat?
I just for what like.
Because if
You
you
know.
know, if you're practicing voodoo as a religion or
Did she
whatever
say
the
it was
religion
voodoo?
is,
Or did she just want to eat
she
her
talked
cat?
about the voodoo thing when she was with the chickens and the blood on
All
her
right,
face
y'all
and
need to get a
going
voodoo
live.
priest on here so that we can just clarify the customs.
Yeah, because me, I'm just like,
It's a no.
What's happening
no.
here, man?
It's a no
You're
for
not
me.
eating no
sis.
cat.
I was like, so
Neither are the single men.
Women in the news, I have a quick one. I just remembered. I did not write it down. Is we are having the final season of Insecure, season 5.
Issa,
Y'all
man.
know, we
Issa.
stand Issa and Yvonne and everyone. Y'all
It's
know.
so upsetting.
We told you from the jump. We started watching these babes in 2013.
When they were on the
That's how
internet, awkward black girl.
That
That was my favorite.
Yo,
Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl was my favorite.
Oh.
Favorite.
And Yvonne was on a Christian thing.
Oh, I
She-
never used to watch her.
She put me on to Yvonne,
I
actually.
watch Issa. I don't
Yeah.
watch.
I love Yvonne. Yvonne is
Or
a
rather, I
homie.
watch Joey Saray Diop. That's who I watch. I don't watch Yvonne Archie. Sorry, carry on.
Who's that?
Oh, you haven't read the book? Sorry, guys. Let me school you. So you know how Issa Rae is...
Love it.
you know how Issa Rae is Senegalese?
Yes.
Yeah, so her name, Issa Rae, was for we must now look palatable to the commercial enterprise. Her name as the babe is Joyisa. Rae is her grandmother. Diop. D-I-O-P, pronounced Diop. So Joyisa Rae Diop.
Okay.
That's wow.
Yeah, read her book. It was an okay autobiography, and I don't do well with nonfiction. It was okay. I enjoyed it more than Lavi's. Sorry
Yes.
about that. Sorry for
Yeah,
that.
so women in the news, I know that she just said, or they announced that they're going to work on something with the name Potard, Sullivan, what's it? Jasmine. So I'm looking forward to everything that she's announced that she's going to do. Although
Because she does it. She
Yes.
does it.
she loses me at some point with
Me
the
too.
plot for Insecure, but I still
Oh, for
support.
real?
Yes, because I felt like at some point they got to a point where they were just doing things to do them. Because in the beginning, like in season 1 and 2, it was like, oh my god, I see myself and my friends and
So
our
much.
friendships being portrayed. And then
So
at some
much.
point, I'm like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
I think it's because people really got into it, especially on the internet. So there was an aspect of like, what are the guys on Twitter saying? Put that into the thing. Because there's sometimes it's just for me. I agree with you. At some point, especially when they came back from like season 3 onwards, it's just why?
Yeah.
Why did you do this?
I mean, Insecure was
What was the
super-
reason?
It was an emotional journey. Like
Yeah.
it took so long between the seasons, but I watched every single
But
one
me,
to
I
the
loved it.
end. I loved all the seasons, but honestly, for me, my favorite Issa show is
Awkward Black.
Awkward Black Girl. That was my
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Sana.
Loved it.
Please
And like
look for
even
it.
all her other
Please
shows
look for
that
Is
she
it still
did
up? I
at
don't
that
think they're
time.
still up. Are they
Oh,
still
really?
up? I don't think they're
think
still
it's
up.
there.
And then she had
Yeah.
other little shows that she was doing when
Oh
she
my
had
God.
joined with what's his face, the vampire. What's
Tough
his name?
Love. Did you watch Tough Love on her
channel?
Yeah.
She had
Which
like
one?
stuff.
Was
she
it the one about the
promoting.
stripper?
The opening scene is a
Was it about the
outdoor
stripper?
sex scene. No, like episode. No, it was not about a stripper. She a stripper. No.
So there was one. Okay, I haven't watched that one then. Yeah, but she was doing. What's his name? The vampire singer, Pharrell. Yes, when she joined his. No, cause he no. You guys, but you know I'm right. Cause he doesn't age, guys. No,
The vampire singer.
Okay.
no. Anyway,
My mind was so confused. First, I went to Vampire Diaries. I was like,
Like,
no,
who?
can't
oh,
be
never. I
that.
would
You
never
know?
be referring to
Twilight.
Vampire
What?
Diaries.
They
I
sing.
would
What's
know.
going on?
Sorry, guys. I meant real vampires.
Okay.
When she partnered with this production house and she did like a bunch of like, you remember, like she did one show called The Choir about a choir in like a Black American church. She did the one
Oh,
with the
I didn't know that the choir is on Netflix. No.
no, The Choir is in. Oh well, maybe I haven't seen, but I
I
haven't
think I
seen
caught it
on
on
Netflix.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
With
saw it on
the
YouTube.
pastor who's Pharrell's uncle.
Oh, is it Pastor Pharrell's uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, then
And
I
they
haven't
had,
seen
like-
it on Netflix, but yeah,
Like a multiracial
Yeah.
choir. It's
Yeah.
on Netflix.
I'll check it.
Oh, is
No,
it-
no, Mama, that's a reality TV show.
It's not the one you.
No, it's not the one I'm saying. And then she had another one about it was called like Hard Times. I think that's why I thought it was Tough Love, where he's a stripper and he becomes a stripper because he has no money and has to pay for all these things, and his medical school girlfriend doesn't think he's serious. That was called Hard Times. She had another one with the guy, the really cute guy, Will Catlett. What has he been in? Did you see this show by Mara Brock-Akil called Love Is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy from Love Is.
Yeah.
She has a show with him. It's called like First. The show is called First. It's
Nah,
like-
I
did you
think
watch
I've
that?
watched
Yeah,
it.
I've heard
Yeah.
that,
So she had like a bunch of these little shows and Awkward Black Girl, and I loved.
Tough Love
I
was,
loved
I
that.
think she did
I think it was
like
part of that.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, the opening scene of episode 1 is an outdoor sex scene. I was like,
I
wait,
should go
what?
see that. I'm into outdoor sex scenes.
What?
Yes. Please
Yeah, I'm
go.
sad that it's over. I'm worried about what she's gonna do after, to be honest.
I think she has something. I think she
Yeah,
has
but like I'm
something.
worried about
I
it.
think she's going to focus more on being an executive
Than
and running
producing
shit.
stuff.
She will do projects, I feel.
I haven't. Anyway, Asawa. Women in the news. Can I have a woman in the news?
Of course.
My women in the news is all the amazing women who have been taking part in the Busset Challenge. That challenge is lit. Those women are in my news, my Explore page, everywhere. They might be everywhere. I love you, bitches. You look so good. If my knees were not 30, I too would be in the mix. Just like I think about fucking me. I love y'all.
Yo.
That's my woman in the news.
Oh my gosh.
I love those bitches. They so cute.
Yo.
Women are so pretty, guys. Oh, I
They're the
love
best.
it. They're
They're
the
the best.
best.
So now we're getting into the topic.
Okay.
Fun. It's called Womaning with Abi. That's also the name
Womaning.
of
Yes,
the
that's
episode.
the name of this episode.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, with
Abi.
Yeah, come
So,
on.
flashback. Younger Abi, 15. What's it like?
Wow, 15. I've just entered high school. It's a dark and desolate place. We have to wear uniform. The shoes are brown. What
Kenya.
shall I
Yo, whoa. Your socks are brown also, no?
do? No, I
No,
think so.
wait.
Wait.
Thank God.
It's dark and desolate. They make us eat ugali with a fucking knife. What? Sacrilege!
No.
They made you do what now?
No, because Kenya is a very like, see, we were colonized.
Yeah, it's the
so
colonial
everything is
schools.
very like fork and knife and like proper and you
But
know
ugali,
we have
bruh.
tea after supper, you know, like stuff like
We
that.
had
Oh,
tea
that's
also.
full on Britain, man.
Full on Britain, darling, yes. And so
Did you do your pinkies? When
No,
you were
no.
picking
We
your-
weren't fancy. We were
Tea
like
and crumpets, love.
no, innit? Which is fun. You know, it's so funny because I really love tea and I really love London. In fact, my love for gin was inspired by my only visit to London.
It could be your last. Your sugar daddy could be watching this and be like, okay,
You know what it is? I'm down.
Advertise yourself.
Hata niko na kaloko kama unadai hapo straight
Socials in the description. Okay?
But yeah, so 15-year-old Abi was, oh my gosh, my high school boyfriend was the best thing in life. He just got married. Oh my gosh.
Shout out to
Someone
you.
to someone who clearly is not me because I'm over here looking for sponios. We used to like write letters, like 3 letters a
And
week
they were the
every week.
legit.
Letters with like
With the
poetry
dicks.
and like
Oh, you
and I
didn't
was
do
with
the
him like
dicks?
for most of
high school?
Most of high school I was with him, and then at some point we were like, okay, we actually can't do this anymore. He changed a lot.
Men
Into
lie a lot.
No, but like I think I was, the reason for his growth. I'm not saying that I'm taking credit, but I am. What happened was like he got very saved, and I don't do very well with like very saved. Like we met in church, but we were like at the same church level. We were just like, we can also do parking lot fellowship, But like then he became like
Super
like
deep.
done, and I was just like, bro, it's
Would you jokes?
yeah, I know, we're doing jokes. Like, bro, I mean, what are we doing? Yeah, but
He wasn't that serious,
he
man.
was so
I
great.
think
And
my contribution to this episode is just laughing.
he was really great. He was so sweet. He was so nice. He had a head shaped like a bullet. He was really nice. He was a really nice guy. And we maintain. I'm generally friends with my exes who didn't like ruin me. So he's super nice. He cooks great because he's like vegetarian, something. He wears nice suits. He's a really nice guy. For a long time, I was trying to hook him up with my other like Christian babes. Yeah, so that was 15, getting a lot of mail, having like very rude culture shock because I grew up in Addis and I came to Kenya, I had to learn Swa, being told, in 2 years, you have an exam that will change your life. Shit. Learn a new language. Shit. What the fuck is Angeli? And then like getting into Kenya High, like by the skin of my fucking teeth. I was second selection, Sikupata Hizo Max. And yeah, it was in a word, tumultuous.
Quite.
Yeah. So that's
You're
15-year-old
so stupid,
Abby.
Wango. I can't even.
So, like, younger Abby, what are her thoughts on womanhood at this point?
Oh wow. She wants 9 children.
Woo!
She's named them all.
Dear God.
Because she comes from a
9
big family. Yeah, 9.
From herself.
Yeah. From my. Oh well, I was gonna adopt the last one, Melody. Yes. But the other ones
Yes,
were
Melody.
Yes, Melody.
Well, the others, lyric and harmony and all of that.
So Melody is the name of my
go
sister,
off.
and
Tell
she's the firstborn. So I was going to name my last born after the firstborn because I've always been a poet,
Poetic.
So, actually, I had written a novel when I was 15. A really silly, sappy. Oh my gosh!
But that's why you were,
I was
man.
into romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was inside. I was reading like, Lord Byron poetry. I was just like, oh my god, poetry. Oh my gosh, teenage angst. Oh my god, poets. My poetry book was black. Those things. And yeah, she wanted 9 kids. She was very in love with her boyfriend, and we were only hugging at the time because I was a baby. But she had also started to figure out, oh, girls are cute. And then what else was going on at 15? I was a happy kid, except for being in high school. I was a happy kid. Yeah,
Alright.
I felt like I knew myself much better at 15 than I do.
You
even
know, I
now.
also feel the same way. I feel like
Yeah.
younger me knew herself
Sana.
better.
I was just like, there's some shit I'm not going to do. Now it's capitalism. What? And then here we are. Wow.
That's
Yeah.
such a contrast.
Do you want to know the name of my kids? Are you not going to
Please.
ask, or are you just being
No.
rude at
I
this
assumed
point?
you
I
tell us
assumed
when
you
I named
tell
them.
us.
But like
Why
you have
do
to
you
act like you want to
know?
know.
Abby,
Like this
what
is a
was the name of your
conversation.
9 kids?
Okay, so I was gonna have 5 boys and 4 girls. So there was Michelangelo, Luigi, Giuseppe, Giovanni, and Amaru because I love Tupac so much. And then the girls, I was thinking of letting him name them, but like I was like, man. So that
Ndio
was
upatiwe majina kama Jaden.
Jaden,
Na Ryan.
Why are there so many? Actually, the girls I don't fully remember because I wasn't like focusing on naming the girls. I was focusing on, but the ones I picked were like Yvonne, Melody, obviously, Abigail, because I went to school with a girl called Abigail, and I would be like, that's kind of like honoring myself because like Abigail,
Boss.
and then I don't
We
remember the fourth
stand.
one. At this point, 15 years later, no children are being had. So yeah.
Right?
Oh, I was also, oh my gosh, guys. Sorry, just as an aside, have you ever dated a man and then you name your babies? Now there was a later boyfriend that we named our babies. I feel so stupid every time I see that name.
What was it? Tell us what it was.
Nesta. Nesta, like Robert Nesta Marley. Yeah.
Nesta.
Yeah, Nesta.
Bro, you are
I know a
in
Nesta.
deep. You are in deep.
Grew up in Ethiopia. Yeah. But
Impressive.
yeah.
All of it.
Empress.
Don't name the ones that you name the babies with are the
I'll
ones you're not
shoot
going
you.
to stay with.
No,
No.
she's trying to plug her stupidity in. So let me bring it to the table. Since you wanna keep repeating it.
Wow.
I had a thing for rastas.
Okay.
And there's one I had a
I assume you mean not the hairstyle. Okay.
yeah. No, like Rastafarians,
Yes.
like
Yes.
man
You
who
see my
wears
hands?
nene.
Can you see my hands? Can you
Yeah.
see my hands?
So
Isn't
like
that the whole sign? What is that? That's
He
yeah.
let
So
her
like,
continue.
instead of calling me babe, you used to call me Empress.
I love it, guys. I know it's corny, but I love that shit. I
Empress
really
Wami.
love it. Yo, I'm here for it. Kindly recognize my royalty, please. I know it's corny as shit, but I love that shit, man.
No, it was
Call me
fine
Empress.
when we were the two of us. But then one time he called me like in front of our homies, man, and I've never like they still
Lived it down to
They
this
don't
day.
think you're an empress. Maybe you should question your homies.
Well,
I'll come for you. But not today. Not today.
even me,
though.
I'll put my address in the description.
Come.
Come,
For?
come to my house, we fight.
It's your mom's house.
It's still my house.
Why listen? As women,
It's still my
we must just
Hey, Mama
unite.
Shiro.
It's still my house. No?
Wow. And do you guys need
Still
a
my
minute
house.
for a room?
Anyway,
Etienne, this is
You
my
know.
best
That
friend.
was Abby
Wow.
at 15. Wow.
bro. And then now, like being young, black and female. What's your experience of that? Like in the Nairobi
In where?
context and then in the international context, man.
I mean, young black and female doesn't really. I mean, you're the majority here. It doesn't. Literally, the majority. There are more women than men, especially single ones. There are more black people than anyone else. There are more young people than anyone else in Kenya. We're 70% youthful population. So, like, although I'm Caribbean, that's not being able to apply for the youth fund. But
Sleepless
yeah,
nights.
I'm the majority, and yet I'm the one that's most maligned, neglected, abused. I didn't mean to make that sound fun. But
I was about to say take a bow and sing.
Scene.
Yeah, but I mean, the experience is what the experience is. I mean, like, I think the female experience in Kenya, or the woman experience, or the women's experience is very no, because I don't know how to say it. Like, when you're saying it, I know how to write it. I don't know how to say
Yeah,
it.
even us.
That's a running thing on the podcast.
We just
yeah?
the womps. My fellow
It's like a
womps.
veneer. So the, like, that thing for things that scare me, like if I'm alone in the house and I hear a bump, I'm like, shit, I need a nigga to go check what that bump is, because it's not gonna be me.
We talked about that. I don't remember if it was on the last episode or something. And I was like, there are things that, oh my God, super progressive feminism, blah, blah, blah. But then there's like, still, when I'm
Yes.
in bed with that nigga, you are sleeping closest to the door.
Always.
But
And
they
that's
even-
not, but that is feminism. Feminism is also realizing the strengths of the other person you're with.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm scared of locusts, which I am, and you're scared of snakes, which I'm not, if there's a snake coming, it's going to be me to go to the snake. If there's a locust, it's going to be you. Like, feminism is also realizing who has which strength. And unfortunately, in a world populated and convinced that strength is at the forefront of our interaction, you go sleep next to the door, nigga. Like, it is what it is. You guys are the ones who said pepper spray is illegal. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah.
Provide
so-
and protect.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like I have like a lot of like fear for navigating
The world.
the
right?
world. Like, I feel like I'm always operating from a position of fear. I feel like,
Yeah.
if my car breaks down and like there's no guys around, the guys will show up to like rape me. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, it's
my
so
God.
scary. Like,
That is
It's-
such
it's
a...
so
like,
crazy.
even that fear rules even the routes I take.
yeah, exactly. The routes
It's
I
like
take, what time
this-
I get home, who I'm hanging out with. Oh, kuna curfew. Okay, I can't leave curfew a place at 9 because if something happens on the way home, I need time to like whatever. So I'll probably leave at like 8:30 so that like I give my, and then I'll text everyone, if I'm coming.
Allowance for things.
Even like in the club. So I don't miss the club. Speaking about, living in the Panunu. I don't miss the club because the club was where like men can just like do what they want and it's fine because they're drunk.
I have a story.
Oh, story time, story in Joe. Paukwa.
Go ahead.
So there was hot, young, and fabulous in the club, living.
I see it.
Right. And then I get to my car. I'm in the driver's seat. And then I turn to my right. Who is there? A man.
What do you mean?
A man.
Inside your car?
Outside my window.
Oh, to your right. Sorry.
To my right, right? And then he's like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I just had to follow you. And I'm like, how is that normal?
Please.
How is that normal?
No.
How is that normal?
Make it make sense, sis.
Why did he think that sounds cute?
How is that normal?
I'm so scared. Literally, I'm scared by men.
So now every
stories
single
like that.
time, like when I'm walking anywhere, especially at night, I have to be
checking.
like extra. What did you say that thing the dolphins do with the thing?
Echolocation.
Yeah,
the
so
thing
now I
is,
also have to have my own echolocation to be like, is
Yeah,
anyone
can I hear
following me?
footsteps?
Yeah.
Do you watch for shadows? I watch for
Because
shadows.
then, now I even have to walk with
With
my
the
keys
key.
like
Like,
this.
What the fuck, guys? It's like deeply unfair. And
And
I'm
then,
just...
like, the thing that annoys me the most about this whole conversation is we have experiences, we've lived through these things. And
Yeah.
then you try and explain,
Yeah.
because all you can do is try anyway.
Yeah.
You try and explain those situations to someone and then they invalidate everything. Oh, you guys like to overreact.
Not all
It's not
men.
even that serious.
Yeah,
Not all
'cause-
men. And I'm like,
I think
so
sometimes what men
crazy.
fail to understand is also like there's no such thing as a woman who has not been abused by a man. And when I use the word abuse, I mean like across the spectrum, right? Not at everything has happened to you, but you have experienced some form of abuse from a man. There's no such thing as a woman who has not. Whether we're talking from catcalling, whether we're talking from creepily saying you're beautiful outside your window, whether we're talking about how the things that we have to do that are almost innate, like to protect ourselves is so innate because we know men won't protect us.
let me give you like an example, Kabisa. At one point in my life, and I'm going back to that point in my life. Why? Anyway, I worked in an office that was predominantly male. So even like my wardrobe choices
Yeah.
got affected by that. How I presented myself, words I could use, conversations I could engage
Complete
with people.
change.
Like, I had to live this very muted,
Regimented.
very, like I had to present myself as one of the guys so that they don't
You're not a target.
hypersexualize me or,
Yeah.
like,
Hey, bro.
It's honestly, it's the worst. Like, and I, in my 30s, it's become so tiring to me to have to keep explaining. Like, I have to keep explaining that me hating men will never kill a man. A man hating me or being rejected by me or like I can do a small thing to a man and I can die. And this is a reality for so many guys.
Girl.
Let me tell you, this fear I'm living in, I wish it wasn't the case. I am also down to move to Themyscira with Wonder Woman if it existed, but now that we can't, what's the plan here? And what are we teaching our kids also? How to navigate? Like, how early you have to teach kids don't sit on your uncle's lap? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. How about tell the uncle don't like why?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Sorry. How did we get on this tangent?
No, it's just the experience of being young, black, and
Oh, that
female,
was the
man,
question.
you know?
Yeah.
So my experience of being young, black, and female is a lot like everyone's experience
Yeah.
of being young, black, and female, where you're fabulous and you're fantastic and you're trying to do your best for yourself and your family and the people you love, but you also have to be cognizant of the reality in which you live in, which is really kind of operating from a place of fear. And I'm trying not to do that, but it's also really hard. Like to not
life.
make decisions based on fear, but like, how do you do that? I think someone needs to do a masterclass because
Yeah.
me personally,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so one time I was at the supermarket. I was buying my products for
Just say condoms. It's okay.
the time of the month.
Oh, okay.
And so I went to the till. I didn't have a bag, and I was gonna carry my pads in my hand.
Yes.
And then I got to like the packing man. He's like, "Hapana, wacha nikuwekee vizuri, madam." He wrapped it in like
newspaper.
And I'm just there like me. I was okay. I was going to just walk out of this.
Well,
thing
the
and be
person
like,
I don't
I don't
As
even
in-
take the carrying thing.
Yeah.
I will go to the aisle, get my pads or whatever.
What is that
And
to be
walk
embarrassed
around
about?
the supermarket with them, and I don't give a fuck.
but
Like over
it
half the
was-
population has
yeah.
a period.
So then I'm just there like, guys, man, you already know what's up.
You
I mean,
already
clearly
know
I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
So, I
In
mean,
fact, you should be applauding me at this stage.
right. So you know,
Because if I had a
How
child
else do we do?
outside of wedlock, you'd be shaming me. So I don't understand why
Oh,
you're shaming me
sis.
for having the period
They're
now.
gonna shame you anyway.
so on to Abby. Abby does this thing called free bleeding. Go.
Oh yeah.
Go.
So I don't like pads. When I was younger, I had my period. Like I started having a period when I was 11, which is just like why is this life? Why does it start being difficult so early for babes? I don't get it. Anyway, this is why I don't think God is a woman, actually. Because if God was a woman, there's no way that all this shit would be just like so heavily on one side of the scale. Anyway, so I start my period at 11, which means I have to start navigating surgery always. Guys, do you remember? I don't know if you guys use always, but like old always used to do the and then it had that funny scent.
Yeah.
And then like they were just like, and then it would give me like a vag rub, like a rash, right? And so I was navigating that from 11. So then I could never do tampons because I'm like, okay, listen, why should I have to finger myself? Get someone else to finger you, right? So like I've never liked tampons. I was like, if swimming is what is on the table, I don't have to swim this hour.
Yes.
Right? So pads all my life, switched at some point to cut, and I was like, yeah, cool, the pads are great, but like must this be my life? So then I was doing articles for some organization that does a lot of sanitary health products. And so when you're doing the articles, so you're doing research on like how many different types of sanitary health. So guys were like, oh, you can use pads, you can use tampons, you can do a menstrual cup, you can do also free bleeding. And I was like, what's that? And they were like, free bleeding is when you just bleed freely. You just sit and you bleed. And you wear underwear if you want, or yoga pants, or layers. Do what you want, just sit and then wash things many times a day. So for the last, maybe, I want to say 5-6 months, I've lost track because it's so free and easy and sweet and releasing. And I just sit in my house and I bleed, or I leave and I come back and I continue.
Is your
bleeding.
flow heavy? Because I
have a very heavy flow. I have an excessively heavy flow. I had anemia because my flow is so fucking heavy. Like, first of all, my cycle used to be super short before I got on the pill. My cycle used to be like every 21 days I have it. So I can have a period twice a month. And my flow was just like, you know that lie that they tell you we only bleed 5 tablespoons? It's a goddamn lie because there's no way.
She's also on like the heavier.
I'm heavy as fuck.
I'm heavy as fuck.
So when I got on the pill, it regulated, but it doesn't mean my flow is not heavy because it's still like 5-6 days of bleeding straight, which is probably where the anemia came from. Like,
you know what's funny? I've never thought about it like that. I am also anemic and I have a heavy flow, and I didn't think that would be a
so when I found this out lately when I was doing those articles for the organization. They were like, oh, sometimes anemia is you lack, but sometimes it's also because you're bleeding so much. I was just like, bruh. I
didn't know that because for a very long time, and I have low blood pressure, so those things were
all together.
And then I'm like, oh, come back.
But you know, it's not your
fault.
It's not your fault. It's actually science. Science is to blame because they just say that most academic medical documents and whatever, they're based on male bodies. They usually say that the female body is too complicated.
Can I tell you something?
Did you read that yesterday on Twitter?
Oh my God.
It's too complicated.
Let me tell you something that blew my mind.
So obviously they wouldn't give you that information about you.
No, they wouldn't.
Listen, I was watching, is it called Explained on Netflix?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know they don't even know which muscles contract during a female orgasm?
What?
Because nobody has allocated research funds for that.
We're too complicated.
We're in 2021. People don't even know what the fuck happens when women orgasm.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Guys, this is really stressful. Every time I have conversations about just like disparate, cons are medical. Like they can't tell when like a woman is having like signs of a heart attack because the only people they test are men. When they're doing crash test dummies, when they're making cars, they have like men in the seat so that when they're testing the car, if a female gets in the seat, she's 27% more likely to get an accident because the dummy that they were using is in the form of a man. So they haven't run the numbers for a woman. So when they give you the safety numbers, it's for dudes, it's not for chicks. Like, bruh, literally, bruh, what y'all doing? Like, are you serious?
So I just die?
Yeah.
I just die?
Yeah.
You have decided.
Koof did.
You have decided.
It's alright. Kill me.
Yeah, so that's what free bleeding is. I just sit around and I wash a lot of shit. It's very tiring because I hate washing things. But also, like, environmentally, we use a lot of plastic for pads.
Yeah.
A lot of plastic. And if I can not contribute in some way, because I use a lot of tissue, if I can just balance, not killing the environment one way and killing it in another way as opposed to both, then
That would be great.
It's really freeing, guys. Like my cramps reduced. I have
yeah.
my cramps aren't hectic. I have a low threshold for pain, but also I feel my cramps are hectic, and that's valid, okay? So my cramps reduced.
And that's on science.
And my flow was even shorter, like fewer days. The first couple of months, by the third month, the cramps came back. But like generally, I just feel better.
That's
guys.
an interesting.
I really hate putting on pads, guys. I hate that. I hate how it feels on my inner thighs. I hate having to change it and dispose of it. And I'm like, who is disposing of this stuff? Like we have landfills in Kenya. Like, is it like people picking through my pads, like to separate, to get the bottles so that they can take to the company? I would rather not contribute to that cycle. Let's just, yeah.
Because, you know, we have a very distinct memory. Do you remember what it was like in boarding school, like on a hot January day? And then the smell of, mix that, like it's really hot, and then the
sweat.
smell of...
You know what's even worse?
The smell of always and periods. And
like everyone is sinking, right?
Yeah.
There's 15 babes on their period.
Yeah.
And what's even worse is you being forced to do like pee.
Yeah. And
And if
then
you don't do it pano or something, you know,
Yeah. Even high schools for girls are not for girls.
And then I always have, you know that shaku shaku it does. I just know, like, you know how they're like always be discreet and whatever, but I would just hear the and I'm like,
No,
that's-
I stopped being discreet. Past a certain point, I'm just like, but guys.
right?
I think it got to a point like in Form 3 where we got, because 80% of our teachers were male. So we hacked the system. We're like, these motherfuckers don't want to know what's going on with us. So everything, like every excuse for everything
was always
is my
related
period.
to my period.
But why are men so scared of knowing about
don't know.
period things?
I just have no clue.
Like you're trying to get into the vagina, but you don't want to know about the vagina? That's all right.
Makes
cool.
no sense.
So to close off this one, we'll talk about old feminism.
Old feminism.
Yeah, like you know the way our moms and our grandmother's feminist. There was a claim that we are like the only people feministing, and I was just like,
That's dumb.
no, it's not. Let's talk about it.
Because every young woman has those two secrets you have been told by your grandmother,
Everybody.
by your aunties. You know, like as
Everybody.
women, we need to take care of ourselves, buy
Yeah.
yourselves things.
Have
even if-
property in your own fucking name. My mother always told me. My mother has told me that I think since I was 5. So what you do is you have your own shit before you go and join with someone else's shit. She's
And
always told me
education. My
that.
grandma was very big on education.
Yeah, my mom too. Like, yeah. Well, how dare people say?
So I was
Sema
even
tu
saying-
hujasoma, usisema ati hakuna feminism. What is that?
Because I was even
Oh
just
my
saying.
god! I was telling her I
That's
was
so-
on a Zoom discussion about feminism, and this man had the audacity to tell me that even divorce rates have increased because of feminism. Sijui, what else did he say? Like he was just spewing
I mean,
some
that's
nonsense.
not untrue. When
No.
we became empowered, we left.
You know what? Let me tell you what he was.
I'm leaving
this
you
is-
for feminism.
This is what he was saying, and this is what was annoying me. He started talking about how, first of all, we don't have data in Africa because Africans don't keep records. So all I'm referencing it to is the American system. And I'm like, also, you want to tell me the rise of single-parent families did not come from the Jim Crow era? You're going to blame that on feminism. Okay. And you're the smart one in this conversation.
Did you say that?
Cool.
Did you
Go
say
off, sis. And then, I said, okay, continue with your little presentation. And then
Did you say your little presentation?
I did. And he
Sis,
was
I'm
very...
so proud.
He was so offended.
Eat dirt.
This is what he
Yeah.
said. You see the language that we're already using. Feminists are so combative. And then he got emotional. And then I was like, oh, and feminists are emotional. I see.
You know,
Go off, sis.
sometimes I wonder, like, it's like people always expect the oppressed person to be like super kind and sweet and use language that you can understand. And sometimes it feels like past a certain point, I'm tired of being nice. And you've refused to understand. And these are tabias that you choose violence. But these are tabias that you also have. You're just against seeing it in someone that you know you're oppressing. Because it's not like men are like gentle and polite to women all the time, clearly, as we've just discussed.
Yeah.
So the problem is when I'm doing it to you, okay. My theory now is, or how I move now is, like, you can take it or you can leave it, but that doesn't make it untrue. Okay, and
Boom.
whatever language I choose to give it to you in is what you're going to take it or leave it in. Because, like, we already do so much to make men comfortable. Must it also be my language? Must I also fold into myself so that you feel comfortable? Must truth be presented to you in a way that is so palatable that you do something about it? Because you still want to do something about it. So why am I being nice?
Because the system works in your favor anyway.
Yeah.
So why would you change a system that works
What are
in
we
your
doing?
favor?
Yeah.
Old feminism. Feminism. Inaitwa feminism. See, old amanyo.
They were saying old feminism, we're the ones to do it first. And I'm just telling them, like, for a lot of the women who went after us, like, when you think about
Went
it.
before us.
Yeah, yes.
I understood.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Thank you.
I got you, boo. Mhm.
They were just saying, like, I don't understand why they keep pushing, like, this thing for marriage and babies and whatever. And I'm just there, like, have you sat down to find out why they were telling you these things? Because they already know, like, the world is cruel to women. So they feel like some of these things are
You
just
need protection.
to cushion you. They're not doing it. They know it's rubbish. They know it's this. But then I feel like it's so unfair to just sit there and be like, moms didn't know anything. Our grandmas didn't do stuff. And I'm like, that's so mean.
Our mothers were working on what they knew to be true and how they knew to navigate the world.
And it's
not
still
that they
the
were
same.
unaware of the world.
It's still the same.
It's just now we have like degrees or whatever, or information, or it's not even degrees, it's information. And now you don't need a man to own land, for example. You don't need a man to get over-the-counter contraception, which was a thing in Kenya a couple of years ago.
And even
literally, like
to
15
tie
years
your
ago.
tubes.
To tie
and
your
stuff.
tubes, it's still like a very complicated
You know, I
thing.
just found out because I was doing research that you are not allowed to tie your tubes in Kenya unless you're over 35.
Or if you've already had a kid. Like, a lot of
That's
doctors...
basically how
A
it
lot
goes.
of doctors will refuse to do the procedure for you. There's some doctors who will, just like abortion. There's people who do it. But like a lot of doctors are like, if you haven't had a kid. And I understand that sometimes it's because women change their minds and they decide I actually do want a kid. A lot of the time it's just like your womb is community property and therefore I have a right to not. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to fun stuff now. Enough of that heavy stuff. Should go off.
Beauty and body.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Fun. You've made it this far.
Yes. Congratulations, one on working out the whole year
Oh my
of
god! you
2020.
guys! Is there an award?
We'll clap for you.
She did it like a whole 3,
don't
6,
believe
5.
Let me
never
tell you,
scared
Abby,
it.
let me tell you, you are aspirational. Because it
Just
can
a
never be zero.
babe.
I do not see myself working out for a whole year. I do short bursts.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
I'm feeling heavy. I need to lose this weight.
It's a thing.
Let's do 3 months. And then I get back to my, okay. yes. And then
You can do that?
it goes.
It can go in 3 months?
When I was younger, my metabolism was like,
Cha-cha.
Wow.
but now it's harder.
I'm
And I'm
the
lazier,
same
so-
weight since I started exercise. Anyway, well, yeah, cool. Thanks for that.
But are you,
accolade.
like, more
I'll
flexible with
appreciate
your
like
it.
yoga or
whatever?
Even a little bit. But my goal was
Not even a
to
little
my goal was to be active. That was the goal. So every time I was doing it, I was small goals so that you can reach. Because I wasn't like, yes, there's a pot. Yes, it's here. It's very present. It's been my ever constant.
That's your
companion.
armor, babe.
Yeah.
That's your
So
You
armor.
love your abs so much, you choose to protect
Protective
them.
armor around your
It's
abs.
the only consistent man in my life. So what happened was, I was trying to be active because I'm really scared. Again, a lot of the things I do are from fear. So I was trying to, like, I'm scared of getting old and then like just being creaky and like not being able to like do things. It really freaks me out. Like, it's hard to be old and like unhealthy the way it's hard to be old and broke. Like, there's some things like if I can prevent, I would rather prevent. So I was like, okay, let's get the heart moving. Let's do things. It's more fear than anything. Like, I'm surprised that I've worked out for a year. If you had told me that this was going to happen in 2019, 18, I would have been like, you're a damn liar. Because I hate physical activity. Except that sex!
Listen,
I hate physical
we are,
activity.
you're in the same club.
Like,
we
I
don't
said,
do
family.
kinetic
Bro, we
safari.
did yoga.
Kinetic
We did
safari is
yoga.
not for us.
I think we did it for a month, and then at some point, I asked her, do you want to do it? She's like, no, even me.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Do you know, waking up in the, like, even now today morning, I woke up on Sunday, like today, and I was just like, shit, I have to work out tomorrow. So now that's going to be what I'm thinking of the whole day. Like, shit. I hate it so much, guys. I hate exercise so much. I hate it so much. All forms, any forms. I hate it. I hate
I
it.
only work out like when I'm going through something. That's my
get
coping
that.
mechanism.
Mechanism. It's okay. We accept all kinds. Yeah.
Okay, Mega.
Yes.
Mega.
Let's move on to the next.
Thank you for my accolade.
Like, when it comes to working out and all of that, like body dysmorphia, have you ever felt,
I have such body dysmorphia.
oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
That is my constant state of being my whole life. So like when I became, what is the word?
Yeah.
When I went through puberty, parts of me developed very early.
Same.
And
same,
I'm
same.
like, okay, this is the new state of affairs. How are we dressing? Moving on.
Yeah.
How like I didn't want the world to see me in the way that I am. You
Yeah.
know? Can I hide?
Yeah.
Can I, like, you see, like the
Yeah.
dress I have on today. When I was like 16, I would not have worn this dress.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah?
short dress
I
And
would-
it's like,
yes,
it
it's a
fits.
short. It's a short. I would not have.
for
Like,
the,
oh
for
my
the
God.
audience at home.
I had like
Yeah.
such a flat tummy back then, but I'm like, oh my stomach. Oh my God, everybody's going to see my ass. Guy, can I wear a long sweater? And I'm like,
We were so stupid.
but then it's like, can I hide? Can I hunch over?
Yeah.
Oh my
were
God,
you a
boobs! What the
huncher?
fuck? You know, like,
Oh no, you were a huncher.
and I'm starting to see that my sister is 15 and she's a hunter also, and I'm like, no, celebrate the titties.
Celebrate that.
Let those
titties.
things thing, you know?
Man. So you had like big boobs young, right?
No, okay. I was among the first people to get boobs.
I had big titties young.
Hips
Young.
and
I was like
ass.
a D by the time I was 12.
Woo!
It's very just. Please note, I'm a D now. Like,
Studio audience is commenting.
like it was hectic, but like I think, in the words of Martha Kara, I wasn't taught to be embarrassed about my tits. So I didn't know how to do
Martha
it.
K.
I was alone. I was
So-
an only child for 14 years.
I was also an only child.
And I was in boarding school, and I'm like,
Boarding.
who do I talk to?
Yeah.
Will they judge me?
Yeah.
How do I go through life?
Mm.
As things are like, nobody's telling me shit. Things are
Yeah.
happening to me that
No
I
one
don't
said
understand.
anything at all?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
I
it
mean,
got to a point where, and this is like, it's so strange that we're in primary and everyone's like, oh, you developed early, you have hair on your armpits, you have your period. And then you go to high school and they're like, you don't have your period? Oh my God, you don't have boobs, you don't even wear a bra, you can't talk to me. Then I'm like, okay, wait.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
happened from here to here? Like, I need to understand. So that whole thing also, because apparently the chicks who went to my high school, guys used to say, oh, is it a criteria to have a big butt to be in your high school? And then it's a thing now you wear with like a badge of honor. Okay, fine, I have a big butt. And then
Because I remember when I was growing up, the thing to have was boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing to have was boobs. Then when I got to high school, it changed to like hips and ass. I distinctly remember that. Like that much I remember. So then you went from like knocking things over to like sex symbol.
nothing. Like, I think until today, I still have like a...
Like the shift.
Yeah, like, make it make sense. I'm still...
But it's so... And then, you know, like, girls were so mean. What? Girls were really mean.
Children are little shits.
It's
Like,
true.
Wah,
That's why
wah,
I don't
wah.
want any.
So
Hey,
it's
teenage
just like
girls.
sometimes I see myself in photos now and I'm like, who's that?
Yeah? Teenage girls, yo.
Because I see myself in photos and I'm like, who's that?
What?
I'm like, well, okay.
Wow.
And then
Come a long way.
Can't
and then
count.
you take a photo with your camera phone and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
and then someone else takes a photo with you like, who is that? Who's that? And I genuinely just feel like no one ever knows what they really look like.
No. I think I would, yeah. I haven't really been, I don't know. I have a weird relationship with my size. When I was in high school, I was chubs. Like as soon as Form 1, there was like 20 kgs that were added. No sooner than. I don't know if that's a high school thing. Like when you get in like Form 1 and 2, you just like a balloon. And I was fine with it. I was like, yes, look at my port. It is here and it is present. What will we do? I was very conscious of the babes that guys were going for though. But also at the time I had a boyfriend, so I wasn't really nini. But like, you know how like you have a boyfriend, but you still like want to be thought of as attractive by people other than your boyfriend. So I was very aware that the babes that guys were going for were people who had like very defined large asses or like short light babes or stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like I've always thought I'm either fatter than I am or skinnier than I am.
This is something
Always.
constantly.
Like when I was skinny, I was like, I'm not that skinny. Stop. You could see my collarbones. Like I was a skinny bitch. I was stressed by some job. And then I got like really skinny. Like I looked like a bobblehead. You know like how Jennifer Hudson looked when she lost weight and her head just looked very big for her body? That's how I looked. and then I put on weight again, and then I wasn't like it's always been like I don't know what my body looks like, and I haven't had a mirror in my house in years. I think I just got a mirror like 2 years ago, so it's also just like I'm also not looking at it.
But I think the older I've gotten, the more at home I felt. Like even on my heavy days, I'm still like, yes, sis, but it's more like yes, sis. You get what I mean? It's like yes, but like yes, yeah. But I still love the body because it does so much for me anyway.
So much.
No, like as the instrument, as the shell I am in to go through life. Yes, myself. Yeah, but when it be like how people see me and how they treat me because of how they see me, also.
Yeah, I get.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how to like overcome that. I think that's one of those things that we've been socialized. It was internalized so early. It took years of therapy.
So many.
To like, I don't know, like we're still dealing with shit from when we were 14, guys. Like, I don't know how to undo that. And people make comments like all the time. Like, oh my gosh, my mother is a horrible person, but she's also like the funniest person I know. But like my mother has no filters at all. Like she's like, I'm too old to not say what I want. She's been doing that for 50 years. So she'll be like, how come you're exercising and your butt still looks big? Or she'll be like, are you? I don't know. Just like my mom is very like, she'll say what she feels like saying.
You know what my favorite comment from my mother is? If you just lost your stomach, you'd be beautiful.
You'd be beautiful.
Like,
and
well,
like,
you know,
they're
like,
not saying it from a place.
I know it's
also,
not
like,
from
it
a,
stays.
you know. But then I'm like, okay, see, then just shoot me.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
My dad is always like, all the problems you have are from weight. Like when you cough, he'll be like, it's because you're fat. Like that. Like he's very...
That's violent.
No, he's very violent and he's very mild. He's like an elder in the church, but he has violence for days. But even him, he believes that for himself. He's like, okay, maybe I'm needing because I need to lose some weight. So then he'll do intermittent fasting. Like my dad, my 78-year-old father will do that. But like, it's just like they base everything on weight and the things that they say because they've never had to filter. Like they're just, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just move on to a lighter.
Let's talk about other things.
Yes.
When you're a woman, nothing is light. Nothing is light when you're a babe, guys.
know
Finish on a
We're just gonna knock out the last two. We're gonna talk about men,
Yeah.
and then like
Failing the Bechdel test.
and then work because you're a boss babe. We
Bossing
have to.
all the way
We have to talk
to the
about
bank
it.
with an empty bank account.
Like so. Very quick one because this has been so enjoyable, but also like time.
yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Like, when you had dreadlocks, which kind of guys were you attracting?
Ah.
I like the switch she made. She was like,
I really liked my dreadlocks. They were great. What kind of guys was I attracting? So who was I in a relationship with and I had dreads? Guys who are like think you're low maintenance because you have dreads, and my dreads were messy dreads. I went to the salon I think once every year that I had dreads. I hate the salon. So yeah, guys who thought I was low maintenance, artists. No film guys, everyone has dreads.